1 Timothy 4:1 Now the Spirit speaketh expressly, that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils. So there's one thing I would like to stress. There is a difference between the faith and faith. The faith is referring to a religion, Christianity. Faith is referring to your confidence and trust in Jesus Christ. Somebody can be confident and trusting in Jesus Christ while not being part of the Christian religion. They can have departed from the faith. Maybe they're not attending church. Maybe they are teaching some non-damnable false doctrine. And conversely, someone can be part of the faith. They can be a Christian. They can believe most of the key doctrines. They can certainly be going to church regularly, but they do not have faith. They have not put their trust in Jesus Christ. One of the reasons we know this, of course, is because in James, it says that you can believe a lot of the core doctrines of Christianity, but you still don't necessarily have saving faith, because even the devils believe some of the core doctrines, like God being one. When I read this about people departing from the faith, I don't read it as being about people losing their salvation, because that doesn't seem to be what it's saying. I don't even necessarily read it to be about people who were regular church attenders falling out of going to church. I think rather someone can depart from the faith, not because they were necessarily even part of the faith in the first place, but because they have moved further away from it. Like, for example, I would say there are lots of people in the UK who are departing from Christianity because they are believing more doctrines totally contrary to Christianity. But at the same time, a lot of these people weren't even meaningfully Christian in the first place. And also, of course, when you look at what it's talking about, I mean, there are plenty of people who give heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils who were never Christian. The real issue here isn't the departing from the faith, it's the giving heed to doctrines of devils. And that's one reason why I don't think this is contradicting once saved, always saved, because this isn't really focusing on the fact that they're losing the faith. The focus is on the fact that they are believing these doctrines of devils. And like I say, that would cohere with the fact that in some sense they probably weren't really actually Christian in the first place. And that's not me saying anyone who stops going to church must have not been a true believer. That's me saying that most of these people probably weren't even going to church. I think the big takeaways here are, one, just because you've departed from something, that doesn't necessarily mean you were full on committed to it in the first place. And also, even if you are fully committed to the faith, that doesn't mean you necessarily have faith in Jesus Christ and what he achieved on the cross, making it possible for you to be saved by faith alone.